UFC fans are more than familiar with Mark Kerr, one of the first major stars of MMA. Wrestling fans know Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson just as well. So, just how well does the latter pull off the look of the former in a new movie? A24 has released the first glimpse of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as UFC fighter Mark Kerr in the upcoming biopic, The Smashing Machine, and the WWE star has undergone a major transformation for the role. The movie, directed by Benny Safdie, will tell Kerr's story as he rises from a top-level collegiate wrestler to UFC competitor, dealing with various personal struggles along the way. To bring the story to life, Johnson will be wearing a wig, heavy makeup, and possibly prosthetics to bring his likeness closer to Kerr's. But just how close did the production get?
I'm content with becoming Mark Kerr.
As opposed to the Iron Claw, which didn't place too much emphasis on faithfully recreating the real-life looks of its characters, Johnson looks remarkably like Kerr in the Smashing Machine promo image. Comparing Johnson's look to footage of Kerr from 1997, around the time he transitions to MMA, the resemblance is striking. From the curly hair to the shape of the men's eyes to the angles of their faces. Additionally, Johnson's jawline has been noticeably altered to bring the bottom half of his face more in line with Kerr's. Both Kerr and Johnson are around the same height, with Kerr at 6'3", while Johnson is 2 inches taller. The two are also of similar builds, meaning Johnson didn't need to undergo too much body alteration below his neck, apart from covering up his many tattoos. Though Johnson will be playing Kerr when the real-life fighter was around the age of 30, the two men are actually only 3 years apart in reality. Still, the hair and makeup crew for The Smashing Machine have worked hard transforming Johnson's well-known face, which should make it easier to buy into the WWE star as Kerr. The upcoming film's dedication to bringing a faithful representation of Kerr to life makes some sense, as The Smashing Machine is based upon a 2002 HBO documentary with the same title. In it, Kerr fights to balance his MMA career while dealing with a substance addiction that eventually sent him to rehab. The real Kerr was born in Toledo, Ohio in December 1968, with his family moving to Iowa for some time before returning to his hometown. The future UFC performer attended Syracuse University in New York, becoming the Division I champion and spending the first half of the 1990s collecting different accolades. After failing to make the Olympic wrestling team in 1996, Kerr began the transition to mixed martial arts, competing in Brazil before earning an invitation to the heavyweight tournament at UFC 14. Kerr won that tournament, as well as the following tournament at UFC 15, bringing his final UFC record to 4-0. After that, Kerr decided to begin competing for Pride Fighting Championships in Japan, where he spent most of the rest of his career. The upcoming role in The Smashing Machine is set to be a significant one for Johnson, as it marks his first foray into dramatic leading man territory. If Johnson can be convincing enough as the troubled fighter, it could lead to more dramatic avenues within his career, following the disappointment of 2022's Black Adam.
Okay, look, was it a little setback? Yes.
Last year saw Johnson take something of a break from film acting, though he did appear in the final season of Young Rock. Meanwhile, The Rock made his return to WWE earlier this year, taking a role on the TKO board of directors while also building to his match at WrestleMania 40.